Hey guys, it's Dennis back with another new video. Today we're going to be changing transmission fluid on a 2015 Honda Odyssey. So this is our victim. I'm going to be putting this up on ramps since it is really low on the ground. And I use these Rhino ramps. These things are actually really extremely strong. And I use them for doing the oil change on this vehicle also. All right, so we got this up on the ramps and there is a little lever right here. It's like directly above the Honda emblem, and you can just kind of grab it with your finger, pull it to the right. That goes right there. All right, so I got a light down in here now, and you can kind of see right there, that is the dipstick for the transmission level. And that's looking at this. This is the 3.5 IV Tech and the 2015 Honda Odyssey. So we're gonna pull this out. This is what it looks like. Now, hopefully it's focused in here. There's two little holes on the bottom. Now with it hot, you want your level to be in between those two holes. It can be on the high side. I'd probably recommend it not being on the low side, but that's where we need to be after we fill and warm it up and then run it through all the gears. This is where we drain this here. So all you need is a 3/8 inch ratchet or a 1/2 inch with a 3/8 adapter on it. And you're gonna wanna change the crush washer on this when you do this. So we have our drain pan here. Obviously, we don't wanna make a rookie mistake. Always make sure your vent's open on here if you do have a vent. Otherwise it'll tend to splash up and stuff. But we're gonna get a 3/8 inch ratchet on this. We'll get this drained out. All right, so we got some cardboard down here. We've got our drain pan ready to go. And we're gonna stick our ratchet into the hole here. It's in there pretty darn good. So someone torqued it in there pretty good. So what you can do is get another wrench on here, almost like a lever. Ooh, there we go. That one was in there good. Probably tighter than it needed to be. All right, so we're just gonna take that out now. Now, you gotta remember, this transmission fluid will get everywhere, so you just wanna take your time here. What I like to do is I like to unscrew it a little bit. This stuff is pretty watery compared to like oil. So instead of just pulling this thing off and just letting it get everywhere and destroying your driveway, you want to try to be a little careful here. I don't want to just pull this and let this go full on. You can see the color of this. This is definitely old, and it is warm right now too, so it's gonna come out like super fast. Kind of inclined to just sit here like this and hold this so I don't make an entire mess. All right, so we get the majority of it out. We're gonna let this drain the rest of the way. Now you can see this is the magnet on the end of this drain plug here. So without dropping that and plugging the hole and making this overflow, we're gonna grab a paper towel here, and we're gonna clean off any of the metal shavings that have caught on the magnet. And it actually wipes off fairly easy. There wasn't a whole lot on there, so that's a very good sign. We're gonna let this drain a little bit more here, and I'm gonna go grab a new crush washer for this. I will put a link down in the description to the crush washer and the fluid. You can pick them both up on Amazon if you don't have a Honda dealer near you, or you don't feel like driving, you just want it delivered. All right, Prime free delivery, and maybe like $1 or something, maybe more a quart for the ATF. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure we have no like sand or dirt or anything on here, right? We want our sealing surface good. We'll drop a new one on here. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a paper towel here. I'm just gonna wipe down. All right, we're still gonna get a little seepage, but I just wanna make sure I get any dirt off of this washer surface. And we can put our drain plug back in. All right, now I can wipe it off a little bit. We'll get this just finger tight. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wipe down anywhere that might have got some fluid on it. It looks like we actually trapped a bunch up inside of here. So let's clean that up because we don't want that dripping on our driveway. And we don't want to think with that dripping on the driveway that there is a possible leak. You can just kind of take some brake clean and get most of the oily residue off of here with the brake clean. I got it snug and I'm gonna give it just a little bit. All right, you know if this is loose or if it's tight, especially if you do other auto work by hand. So I'm sure there is a torque spec on it, and I do have a torque wrench, but I'm not gonna bother. All right, now I'm using one of these long skinny guys. Probably could use to be a little bit longer. And then before you go to fill this up, just make sure your funnel's clean, right? You don't want this thing full of gunk, and then you're pouring your new fluid in here and it's carrying a bunch of gunk into your nicely drained transmission. We're gonna fill this up with about 3.5. It says 3.6, so we're gonna fill it up with about 3.5, and then we'll start it, we'll check it, let it warm up and whatnot, and then add any more if we need to. Now, if you remember when we emptied it, right, it was kind of dark. This stuff is bright red when it's fresh. All right, so that one wasn't long enough, so I'm actually gonna double these up. I'm just gonna pour this in. And we'll put our dipstick in. Now on your dipstick, there is this little notch right here that actually fits in directly to the left. There's a little tab on the left side, and it's kind of hard to see. All right, so I found a better flashlight, and you can see that tab down here a little bit better now. So I drove this around for a little bit. I am going to pull this dipstick, and we're gonna check a level once more. All right, we'll wipe it, and we'll check it once more. And I don't know if you can see, the bottom and top hole both have fluid over them. It's kind of hard to see on this because it doesn't have that crosshatch pattern like an oil dipstick, but it was just around below the top hole on where the high is indicated on there. So we're gonna call this good. I'll probably recheck it in a week just to make sure. All right, so we're taking it for a test spin around the neighborhood here, and everything feels good so far. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that bell button so you don't miss any of my new videos. I have a bunch coming out. Thanks again.